So we all know that SnowWhite that came out this year. You know, the one that no one has ever asked for. Well, I decided to watch it, and I gotta say, everyone was right. It's buns. It's kinda ass, and I'm not gonna lie, I slept through half of the movie. But I'm not gonna sit here and say that I didn't enjoy some parts of the movie. Welcome to the Sona YouTube channel, but feel free to just call me Sona. If you liked this video, subscribe, yada yada, all this YouTube crap. And if you don't like cursing, get the fuck out of here! I haven't done that shit in a minute. Anyways, let's just continue. Firstly, the costumes. They look so bad, I'm sorry. Like, I've seen better dresses for SnowWhite on a $700 budget that was made for Comic-Con than this whole movie. SnowWhite's signature dress is so cheap looking. The Evil Queen's jewels look so fake. Which, okay, yeah, duh, it's supposed to be for a movie. But you could have at least had some effort in the costumes. Secondly, the pacing. The movie went so fast at some times and so slow at some times. For reference to the people who didn't watch the movie, it was literally, I'm not even joking, 11 minutes in and we already gotten through her whole introduction, who the Evil Queen was, why her father left, her fucking mom dying because of an illness, because it's a Disney movie and of course. And after the 11 minutes, we already got into the Act 1 low point. For even more reference, this whole movie is an hour and 46 minutes. What the fuck? Thirdly, the musical numbers were just sprinkled in really randomly. And in my personal opinion, I know that I was watching a Disney movie, but holy shit, they were singing way too much or way too long. I feel like this movie just used the musical numbers to fill in the void of some of these scenes. Fourth, the horrible ass writing. I hated the writing in this movie. It was so bad. One example that I could really say about the writing is the way that the prince and SnowWhite fell in love. It was so ass. You mean to tell me that I was supposed to understand while watching the movie that SnowWhite giving this fucking man bread and them touching hands was supposed to make them fall in love? What? And the fact that for some reason Dopey talks? Dude, Dopey is a mute fucking dwarf. He's not supposed to speak. What the fuck? Also, I feel like the writing team didn't know what they wanted SnowWhite to be. Around the Evil Queen, she was very girl boss. Oh yeah, let's get things done. I'm in charge. And she also showed kindness. But when she entered the dwarf's house, later on in the movie, she didn't really show any kindness or consideration. Instead, she just found a cabin, and instead of acknowledging or even wondering, why is there a cabin in the middle of the goddamn woods? Who lives in this cabin? But no, instead she just goes inside the fucking cabin, lays her ass down like it's her fucking property, and doesn't even give a shit. In the original movie, SnowWhite was actually wondering, why is there a cabin in the middle of the woods? Who lives in the fucking cabin? Maybe this place is for orphans, and she actually cleaned up the house and made food for them. I wish they made that shit possible in that whole fucking thing, but no, let's just lay her ass down like it's my fucking house. Or when the Evil Queen supposedly sent SnowWhite out to pick apples. If I had to rewrite that whole scene, I would have made a moment where the Evil Queen went up to SnowWhite, and she would have been like, hey, I understood what you said, even though realistically, she didn't understand anything, and she just wants to fucking kill SnowWhite. And basically, she would have been like, yeah, we're gonna make pies for the townsfolk. Go outside, get some apples. See how much better that would have been, instead of the audience assuming, oh yeah, the Evil Queen told her to. And maybe, in that same scene, the Evil Queen could have given her the fucking dress that she was gonna wear to go, you know what I mean? Damn! Overall, what would have improved the whole movie was better writing, better costumes, and fixing the pacing. Just a teeny schmidgy bit. But alas, this isn't a perfect movie, but I did enjoy some parts. Not a lot, but I'm gonna talk about it anyway, because, you know, I'm not one to hate on something fully. Unless it kind of deserves it, which in this case it kind of does, but whatever. One thing I liked is when they did the little Once Upon a Time book thing. I've always loved that in original Disney princess movies. I love that shit. It gets me in a really, like, happy mood. I love it. I love that part. I also liked how the animals looked. The animals were so cute, dude. The bunnies. Oh. The CGI was also really cool. I like that scene where SnowWhite was running through like the forest and the trees were like grabbing her, and it was very, very, very dramatic. And I actually felt what she was feeling in that scene. I don't know if the dwarfs were animated, but if they were, holy shit, that's some really good animation. Although I would have liked it if actual little people played the roles of the little dwarfs, but whatever, you know. You gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. And I know I complained that some of the musical numbers were too long or they were singing too much, but some of them kind of slap, even though most of them were kind of auto-tuned and I heard it, but it's okay, because whatever, right? We live in the modern day, I guess. I'm saying I guess a lot.
Cut the fucking lights on, bitch.
I guess that's it. I'm sorry. I really didn't like this movie. I was trying to have like a little bit of good things to say, but it wasn't really all that. I'm gonna be for real. My honest opinion, don't watch this movie. I genuinely wasted my time watching that movie. I didn't like it. Majority of the time it was a snooze fest, and this is another tactic that Disney is trying to use to just get more money from fans who are trying to seek nostalgia, even though it wasn't really necessary and they could have just made original shit. I mean, take a look at Win or Lose. That shit got really popular and it was really successful, at least in my opinion it was, and it was really good to watch. So yeah, Disney, make original shit. Stop making live action remakes of stuff, please. That's enough. But before you click off this video, please stick around because I have to tell you guys something really quick. Recently, I got accepted to SVA. Woohoo! My dream school. Awesome. Until I looked at that tuition. God fucking damn. And to help with the tuition being paid off, I'm going to open commissions. And I really would appreciate if you get my commissions. Everything that you would need to know is directly on my Ko-fi page, so that will be linked in the description and in the pinned comments. And also, if you have any questions, feel free to reach me out over here. Although my preferable way of communication will be on my Instagram or on my Ko-fi DMs, but again, those options are available. So in other words, please buy my commission so I can go to college. Yay! Anyways, that's the end of this video. Like and subscribe, yada yada yada. I'll see you in the next one.